Welcome back to the Yes Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Before I get started with our special guest today, Lou, I have a little bit of housekeeping going on. First, Thanksgiving, we have our Bird the Bird workout starting at 7:30 Thanksgiving morning. Anyone is welcome to come. If you're not a client of ours already, you are welcome. But show up about 15 minutes early so that we can do a little health screening on you. We want to make sure that we don't hurt you for the holiday. I'm going to rev up that metabolism so we can eat a little bit more bird.
Okay.
We are closed the rest of the day on Thanksgiving. And yes, we are slackers. We are closed the day after Thanksgiving. Rest. Be with your family. Enjoy a couple of days off. Think of it as a little bit of recovery. You don't need to work out every single day. I tell you that all the time. Let your body recover. Jeez. We're open Saturday, normally scheduled stuff, so you're welcome to come on Saturday. Let's see what's next. We have got our last week of our metabolism makeover program. And all I can say this, Lou, is it's amazing how quickly people can get results if they have a plan in place. And if they follow the plan. You can have all the plans you want, but if you're not following it, it's not going to work. So we've got some people a little bit smaller than they were a few weeks ago, ready for the holiday season. And so at the kickoff of our holiday season, we will be running our Holiday Hold'em Challenge, just an internal challenge that we do. It's to keep people focused as we go through the holidays so that when we start off at Thanksgiving in year 2020, we're the same or lighter than we were at the start, at the beginning of Thanksgiving. So we're going to keep everybody's body composition in place. And I think that's it for our stuff this morning.
Okay.
So today we've got Lou. Lou stopped by to share his experience here at Y.E.S Fitness with us. Lou's been with us for about 2.5 years now. Thanks for coming by, Lou. I appreciate it. We don't have too many men on the show, typically, mostly women, because you know our population is mostly female. But we do have a bunch of men that do come here. And actually, this is one of the hours of the day that a lot of men work out. We've got 4 guys in here right now, or 3 or 4 guys in here right now doing some strength training. It's the guys who own their own businesses.
Okay.
Or the big bosses that can get out a little bit early. So this is the time of the day. Nice. But this can be Lou's time of the day, too, because Lou is retired. And Lou is an avid golfer. One of these days, I might come out and play with you.
All right. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Buy some extra balls. Anyway, so thanks for coming on board with us today, Lou. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can inspire some people to get up off the couch and start moving today. Okay. So if you can tell us, what were the problems that you were having before you joined Y.E.S Fitness? What was going on?
I play a lot of golf, and episodically, from time to time, my back would get wrenched out, and I wouldn't be able to play for weeks, sometimes 10 days. I was looking for a fitness regimen that was going to help me stay on the course and handle my big dogs. And when I joined in July of 17, I was, at a point where I was going to the chiropractor every week, and it just seemed like I needed to be more proactive with a fitness plan. And my wife and I started looking around for places where we could work out besides like LA Fitness. And I don't know how we found this place other than we saw it when we were going to CVS. And
do you live in town? I forget where.
Burlington.
Oh, you live in Burlington? Yeah, okay.
And so we stopped in, and you described the program, and I've been with it ever since. And I've been more committed to doing at least 3 workouts a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's not a coincidence that I haven't had any episodes since I joined with my back, and I go to the chiropractor less. Yeah. So it's just
sorry for your chiropractor,
but
yeah. I know that if golfers go, if you have to take a week to 10 days off, that is an eternity.
Right.
So us have been able to help you do that, help that back issue. I really appreciate it. You know what? In golf is really terrible for your body.
Right.
It really is terrible because you're in this forward flex position, and now you're going to try to rotate the body, and it's really not good for your body.
Right. Right.
But everybody plays. I mean, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
Game.
It's great for people who are retired. You can play at any age.
Right.
So teaching kids how to golf, because they'll be able to do that throughout their lives and have a lot of fun with it. So what did the frustrations feel like as you were trying to solve these problems? Or was trying to fix that back?
It would just, come and go, come and go. It never seemed to get better. I was hesitant to do things, and as I said before, I had a couple of dogs, and together they weighed over 330 pounds. And
what kind of dogs you have? I mean, these are the biggest dogs I've ever seen.
well, at the time, I had 2 English Mastiffs, 2 girls. One was 165 pounds, and the other one was sometimes 160. And we were going to Florida for the winter. We were driving down for a couple of winters, and they didn't jump, so I had to lift them into the back of the truck. And I was always afraid that something was going to happen to my back, and it usually did, and I would usually hurt my back.
That's not funny, but yeah, that's funny.
And but when so that was the frustration, that I never knew when it was going to go. And since I've been working out here, I feel like I'm stronger.
Yeah.
It's just not a coincidence that I haven't had any episodes where I missed time on the course in all the time I'm working here. And I think the first year in 17, it was like July through the first winter that I left. I wasn't as committed. Like, I was coming 2 times a week, and I think I was just a wimp. I was like, I didn't want to work that hard. And but over that winter, I was going to LA Fitness down in Florida when I was playing, and I found that was just not the answer. And so I came back more committed in 18, and I think I've been coming 3 days a week since then. And I just really like it. I like the way I feel. I like, now I lost those 2 dogs. I have a new pup, and she's 8 months and 140 pounds, and she's growing, and she is extremely strong, stronger than the other 2 dogs as a puppy. And I find that if I didn't work out, I wouldn't be able to manage these animals. But I feel like I have a lot of strength now, so it works. It helps me.
Wow. A little side story. I went over to your neighbor's house the other day.
Okay.
To help her start her blower to blow leaves, because she's out there raking leaves. She's coming in here just exhausted trying to work out. So I said, well, why aren't you using your blower? She goes, I forgot I had a blower. I'm like, how can you forget you have a blower? I mean, that's like, you got to, take care of that thing. That's like one of the things you have to have in life. So I should have stopped over to see the dogs, because I went over, it was last Friday, I went over there, and believe it or not, 3 pulls and it started right up. The same old junky gas that was in there, just started right up. So we got her started up. It's a backpack, so those things are pretty heavy. So we showed her how to be able to get up on the back and all that other stuff. So I should have stopped over to see the dog, because I haven't seen it since it was like here. Yeah. I mean, we still could lift it. Right. You're not lifting that thing anymore.
No, I'm not lifting her anymore.
I had 2 dogs, but now you only have 1. Are you going back to 2?
No, we're just gonna stay with one. Yeah, it's a lot having 2 dogs, 2 big dogs. It's a lot just to maintain. It's a lot expense wise, but even with 1, a big dog like that, she's a lot to handle.
Does she? I mean, I don't have dogs. I have 4 kids.
Well, as a puppy,
they eat a lot.
Well, she eats 3 times a day. And it's not that much food when you think about a bowl of kibble. We throw in some pumpkin, just for her digestion, and some other protein. Yeah. So with water, and that's 3 times a day, and she eats the bowl clean, licks it clean in like 5 minutes. It's insane. Wow. And she's growing like 15 pounds a month.
What's that? It's 140 pounds. How much bigger is it going to get?
She might get like between 185 and 230. Her dad was 235, and mom was 185. Yeah, so she still has some growing to do.
You better start working out 4 days a week. Yeah. Get a ramp into the truck or whatever. Wow.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
That's a big dog.
Yeah. She's so sweet, though. She loves dogs. She loves people. Yeah. She goes crazy.
Does she like Max?
She loves Max. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's so much bigger. I mean, we took her to puppy class, and she was like, I don't know, 5 months or something, and all the puppies would fit underneath her.
That's funny. That's pretty funny. So, what do you find is different about Y.E.S Fitness?
I like the structure. I like the like, you really don't have to know anything. You just come here and you kind of learn on the fly. You have an instructor. You have classmates, for lack of a better word. So there's some camaraderie there, and I just like that it changes, you know, each week, each month. And I just like the fact that it touches on everything: flexibility, strength, endurance. Even doing the stretching helps. You know, I realize I have joints that I didn't know I had before. So.
Yeah, Lou's been a diehard in our stretch class, and it really, you really learn quickly what you can do and what you can't do, what you need to work on in that class. I know myself too. You know, just one hip is worse than the other hip, and I need to work on that hip and stuff like that. So all that stuff helps with your back.
Right.
All that stuff helps with your back. Yeah. Tell us a little about what it's like to have that community support. You know, rather than just going to a gym, getting on a machine, going on a circuit, like just that support.
I just like it. I just know that I'm going to see basically the same set of folks with a little variation each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Even if I come in the afternoon class, if I miss a morning class, I'll see some of the same people. And it's fun. You know, even though we're working really hard, we kind of have fun doing it. Everybody's working at a different level, but we're all doing the same thing. We're all complaining about the same thing. But
I always am amazed that when people sit here and they will just say that, you know, that is fun, that they have fun. And you can work out, you get results, and, you know, you get up and down the stairs the next day, and you can have fun. And it has to be fun, or why else are you going to go through that door? Because it's so hard to come work out. It really is, you know. But when you know that you're going to have fun and you're going to have, you know, see some people that you're friends with and stuff like that, it makes it a lot easier. It makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I like the way I feel when I walk out. I feel like I really, you know, charge my system. So that makes me feel good.
Had you worked out before you came here?
I did, like a long time ago when I was a younger guy. I worked out with Nautilus Fitness, and I actually became an instructor. And I worked with the Nautilus equipment, I would say, for about 15 years.
Wow.
And it was a high-intensity, short-duration workout where you'd have like 12 to 15 machines, and you would do high intensity but short duration. So you wouldn't do any more than like 6 reps on each machine. And at the time, I was a competitive athlete playing football. And the guy who was running the place in Staten Island, he was like one of the first in that area. And it was unbelievable how I just like, it was the same kind of thing. Like, you know, you're going to work all your body parts, but we were only allowed to work out twice a week. It had to be like 48 hours between the workouts. And he would kill us. It was insane. But I like the structure. I like the discipline.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned a point before that I think is really important, that you can come here, you don't have to know what to do. You don't have to know what you're doing. We're going to show you what to do and teach you what to do. We're going to help you make sure you don't get injured and things like that. And that's where so many people go to a gym and they just really don't have any idea.
Right.
They think they know what they're doing.
Right.
People come in the door and say, you know what, I got all the equipment at home, I know what to do. Why are you coming through my door? Because if you're doing, you see us change things. If you're doing what you did last Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving, then you're not up to date with the best stuff that you can do.
Right.
Never mind doing what you did 20 years ago, or when you were a kid, or you've been in your basement lifting weights forever. I mean, it's important to stay up to date, because our industry changes like any other industry. Every industry changes, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's important to know that you can come through our door and not know what you're doing at all, never worked out at all, haven't worked out in a long time. We're going to be able to take care of you.
Yeah, even last year when I went to Florida for the winter, we talked about a program that I could do on my own at LA Fitness. And even though it's by myself, I felt like at least I had some plan.
Right.
And I would try and do that 3 times a week. It's not anywhere close to this, but at least it was something. And I'll try and do something a little more like that this year when I get down there.
Yeah, before you go, when you're ready, let me know. We'll set it up for you, because you've been more consistent this year. You know more stuff this year. When you go down there this year, we'll be able to give you some more stuff to do. Absolutely. Different stuff. And we'll keep you going that way. Tell us a little about how life looks now that problem's been solved. Now your back is not an issue.
I feel great. I have more confidence when I go and play. I can see the difference both in my endurance and in my strength. I don't have to swing, and it's coupled with also taking lessons and learning how to play better. But I feel like I can reach back more. I can turn more. I'm not afraid to turn. I'm swinging easy and hitting the ball further. It's crazy. It's just it really shows. It really does show in my game.
We don't do a whole lot of golf specificity exercises. You know, I just think that if you can get the body to move better, you know, when you do the thoracic stuff,
Right? Yes.
Reach or side on diagonal reach and all that kind of stuff there, that is all to get this part, your thoracic spine, to rotate, not your lumbar spine.
Right.
And that's probably one of the keys with your hips moving better.
Yeah.
For your low back and getting that rotation where it's supposed to be,
Right.
not where we always make it happen in a lumbar spine. Is probably what's really helped you gain a lot, plus your strength.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be more of a fear-based swing because I was hesitant sometimes because my back was like, you know, just I didn't have a lot of confidence.
Right.
But now I just feel like I'm in better shape, you know.
What would you say is the biggest difference between Y.E.S and some of the other places or other fitness that you've done?
It's just it's just the structure, the trainers that you have here, the instructors. They walk around, they help you. They make it easy to not know things. And you know, it's the time that I can come. I can pick times like 3 times a week, and it's easy. Well, you're only 10 minutes from me, but it's just easy to come here and pick a time at 9:30, 4:30, whatever. And I like that, and I know I'm going to have a class. You know,
Lou participates in our group exercise programming. Room full of women.
Right.
Typically,
Most
right?
of the time. Yes.
Most of the time, especially in the morning at 9:30. Is are any of you guys that come in at that?
There's one or two.
One or two guys.
Matthew.
Oh yeah, Matthew comes at that. Oh yeah, there's a couple guys that come at that hour. John's around at that hour. Yeah, this guy's here around at that hour. Yeah, right. Kind of lose track of time of the day.
And it's funny because you know I know a lot of guys that they wouldn't even think about working out with women. I mean, we're all killing ourselves the same time, and it's just
because they're lifting 25 pounds and you're lifting 20, well, that's okay.
Right.
You know, that's all right.
I don't have an ego.
You know, yes, women should work out a little bit different than men, but the bodies move the same way.
Right.
The bodies move the way they're supposed to move. So, you know, you can have a room full of people, any age, any gender, you know, and everybody's can do everything that they can do. I mean, when we do Burn to Burn on Thanksgiving, we'll have probably, right now we're up to think about 36 people that morning. And people will be bringing the kids. So we'll have high school kids, college kids, 20s, 30s, and all the way up to what we normally coach, 50, 60, 70-year-olds. So, you know, even though they're all different levels of fitness, different things, different people, we'll be able to do. It's going to be fun. It'll be great work. I'll have a lot of fun.
Well, the other thing I would just mention is that it's not competitive.
Right.
And there's no ego involved in this stuff. That's the thing I like about it the most. Like we're all you know doing the same thing at the same time. So
no egos. That's how you get hurt.
Right. We suffer together.
Well, what would you tell someone who's on the fence about maybe thinking about stopping by and talking to us, maybe giving us a try? Because we do have, you know, a money-back guarantee. You try with us for 30 days and you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. So there's no risk to come down here and give us a shot. What would you tell them?
I would absolutely try it. I was hesitant when I came in, and it's funny because my wife actually told me to come in here, and she wound up not joining. But I had that in the back of my mind that it's money-back guarantee, whatever it's, you know, and I just got hooked. I just like it. It's just easy. I just bring myself here, and
that's it.
You know, that's it.
Here we do it.
It's fun. I just like it.
Well, I really appreciate you trusting us with your body and your health. That means a lot to us. We don't take that lightly, and I appreciate 2.5 years, and we'll get you going when you go to Florida again, and we'll look forward to you coming back. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll have to open up down there, Lou. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Get out of this Northeast in the winter, right?
For sure. Absolutely.
So thanks again for Lou to coming on board with us today and give us a little bit of insight, and hopefully that will spur someone somewhere around this area to get started, even if not with us somewhere. It's important to exercise and to move. So that's it for today. Next week, we just decided, right, before we came on the air, that next week I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give you tips on how to get through the holidays with less stress, more happiness. Don't increase any fat. Just have a good time from Thanksgiving to the New Year's Day. So that's what we want to talk about next week. So look for us next Tuesday at 3:30 for that kind of information and more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Thank you.